everyone. Greetings from Geneva, where we're holding our IATA Global Media Days in connection with the IATA Annual General Meeting, which will take place virtually tomorrow. Welcome to everyone. Thank you for joining us. We've got a good program over the next couple of days where we'll go over the key issues that are facing the industry in the middle of this tremendously difficult crisis. We appreciate the attention and the focus that the media have placed on aviation and its unique situation in this crisis. And our goal over the next few days is to give you as much insight as we possibly can on how we see the crisis unfolding and the solutions we see to restarting the industry and getting back to reconnecting the world. To start us off, we have our Director General, Alexandre Juniac, with a few remarks. In parallel with this media day, we actually have our board taking place virtually. So Alexandre is not able to join us directly in this meeting, but we have a short video from him, which I think will provide an overview for today's topics, which is the restart of the industry. So if I can ask for the video to be played.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for making the effort to be with us for this virtual Global Media Day. Unfortunately, I am unable to join you today as our Board of Governors is taking place at the same time. But I wanted to share some thoughts to start your day. A little less than 18 months ago, at IATA's AGM in Seoul, I told you the world had never been more connected, that the freedom to fly was reaching more people than ever, that our industry was on its first ever decade of consecutive profitability. And today, we are discussing how we will restart that very same industry. It's beyond belief, but here we are. IATA's focus in the pandemic has been on how to ensure our members receive the government, regulatory, and financial support they needed to survive. We also brought together the extraordinary expertise of our IATA team to look at what the industry would need to restart safely and successfully. We worked with the International Civil Aviation Organization, World Health Organization, CDC, ECDC, public health authorities, individual states, and of course, our members and stakeholders, airports, OEMs, and travel navigation providers. And in June, ICAO's Concil Aviation Recovery Task Force, CART, published its takeoff guidelines for international transport. One of its most important recommendations was a multi-layered approach to reduce the risk of transmission during the travel journey. It took every step of that journey and looked at how to cut the risk from contactless airport processes to limited movement on board and, critically important, wearing masks. I cannot stress enough the importance of wearing a mask. It is our frontline defense against COVID. Together with the natural barriers limiting the spread of the virus on board, HEPA filters, seat backs acting as barriers and airflow, the multi-layered strategy became the bedrock of our safety blueprint, harmonized across the industry. The takeoff guidance was meant to evolve. Now, we have updated the takeoff that outlines measures to reopen borders. Key among them, clear recognition that testing can reduce the reliance on quarantine. This is good news indeed. Our own surveys show that a vast majority of travelers treat quarantine as the same as they would a complete border closure. They just won't travel. That's why IATA is calling for systematic pre-departure COVID-19 testing to open border without quarantine. My colleagues will give you more details on testing to open borders. I just want to emphasize how critical it is, and that the recent good news on vaccine progress should not distract from activating testing fast. We have the plans in place to support vaccine distribution. It will probably be the biggest airlift in history. But we literally can't afford to wait for the majority to receive a vaccine before we reopen our borders. We must start reopening now without delay. Safely restarting global connectivity will help kickstart the global economy, save jobs, and improve lives. That's why it's our top priority. Thank you.
Great.